They would do it. You don't have to yoink them from the airport, dude. What I've learned is that these idols literally have no security, man. They literally need to invest in some better security because
purposes.
Kind of sad.
Although they are famous stars and very strictly protected, these idols below were still unable to avoid being nearly taken away.
Like they have one guy protecting him in this clip, or what it looks like, or maybe two. But like, come on, dude.
Away.
At least be 20.
VIXX. In 2018, through the radio program Star, Anna VIXX told the story of the group being kidnapped while going on tour in Kazakhstan.
What?
Specifically, when VIXX and their manager were on a bus heading to the airport to return
in Kazakhstan
to Korea, they encountered a scary situation. Upon arriving at the airport, after the managers got off the bus driver suddenly closed the door and drove away with all the members still on the vehicle.
Bro, imagine if the bus driver was on it. He's like, I know they're important, so I'm gonna just take them hostage.
At that time, the boys were extremely confused. They asked where the driver was taking the group to. He replied that because airport check-in was gonna take quite long, so he would take the group to a hotel to rest.
Yeah, I don't think so,
man. The boys believed him and no one wondered anymore. They even fell asleep after that. However, when VIXX management team couldn't find the boys, they realized something was going on and
bro, they didn't even expect anything. They're just like, yeah, we're gonna sleep.
Chasing the bus. It sounded reasonable, so we believed him. All of us fell asleep comfortably. No one noticed the manager screaming and chasing, a member said. After being driven away, VIXX was taken to a very luxurious place, and they were served very attentively.
Huh?
Their managers eventually caught up, but were not allowed into the waiting room even though VIXX offered to let them in.
Wait, that's so strange.
Our team tried to convince the bodyguards, but they said that the manager can't come in. Only special guests can enter, said N. Suddenly, a young girl came in.
Yo, what? Whoa, before you continue, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe. Only about 1% of the people watching these videos are subscribed. Also, check out my Twitch and Discord down in the description. That is the strangest thing I've ever heard in my life. They got kidnapped in Kazakhstan, get drove to like a luxurious hotel. The managers of them, they can't even come in.
Calling herself a princess, then confessed that she had been in love with VIXX for a long time.
Oh my god, dude.
One by one.
Are you serious?
And a high school girl appeared in front of us. We were like, what's going on? The boys recalled.
It was just some rich family, dude.
Turned out that the whole kidnapping was prearranged so that the girl could meet and greet personally with VIXX.
Oh my god.
Later, when returning to Korea, the group found out that she was the daughter of the president of Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
And said, obviously this girl is a big fan of us and she likes me the most. Later, we were told that this girl was not an ordinary person. She was the daughter of the president of Kazakhstan. Indeed, the kidnapping was as intense as it is in a detective movie.
Bro, that's still so messed up. Why wouldn't you just like get in contact with the managers and be like, hey, I'm the president, can we just meet? I'm sure they would do it, right? If the president of the country wants to meet with you, they would do it. You don't have to yoink them from the airport, dude. Hello?
Number 2. Venus Nara. Hello, Venus. Nara is probably the unluckiest on this list because she has almost been kidnapped twice. The first time was one evening when Nara waited for her father at a bus stop. A car suddenly stopped at a fairly close distance from her. Walking out from the car is a man with his face covered. The man approached Nara, grabbing her hand and pulling her towards the car. Being unable to resist his strength, Nara could only scream out loud. Fortunately, her father appeared, causing the stranger to panic. He immediately got into the car and drove away. The second time happened later.
I feel like kidnappings are like quite popular in Asia, no?
At night when Nara was taking a taxi home. This time her father didn't come to pick her up because she told him not to. Suddenly, Nara saw an old car with the words, "No customers," approaching. The car looked somewhat creepy, so she was a bit scared and tried to ignore it. However, that car stopped right where she was standing. The driver lowered the window and asked, "Where are you going?" Nara hesitantly replied, "I'm going to the X building." The man quickly quoted 5,000 won. Nara immediately realized something weird because every time she takes a taxi home from that location, it always costs 1,000 won. Nara then refused to get in the car, but the man kept shouting, "I told you to get in the car. Are you gonna get on, bitch?" As the man failed to convince Nara, he drove away. And what made Nara really scared was that the registration plate of that car was covered with black tape, a
What?
common sign of vehicles that are used to transport prohibited goods or kidnap people. Yeon, Wonder Girls. Once, former Wonder Girls member
That's mad, man.
shared a shocking story of herself nearly being kidnapped on Instagram. She wrote, "I was so excited when I saw the snow, so I went
Wait, how'd you get kidnapped on Instagram? What?
out to play. Suddenly, a Porsche stopped in front of me, and the man inside
Like Instagram Live?
greeted me like he knew me before. He even told me to get in the car. I almost got into it without realizing what I was doing." Yeon was convinced at the time and was about to get in the car. Luckily, she sensed something was wrong and quickly ran home because she remembered someone once told her it was a kidnapping trick. This is obviously a very scary experience for Yeon and her fans also. However, a part of Korean netizens claimed that there was no way Yeon almost got in a completely strange car. Some extreme
I mean, it's kind of like, you know, whenever you're small, your parents tell you don't get into strangers' cars, so maybe don't.
netizens even laughed at her for being greedy, since they believed Yeon wanted to get in the car just because it was a Porsche. Number 3. EXO. When
Yikes,
first
dude.
debuted, EXO also almost became kidnapping victims of some sasaeng fans. Specifically, after the boys
Dude,
finished
they
their
work in groups, man. They have organized strategic plans to just kidnap people.
schedule and planned to get in
Holy.
their car. Suddenly, the manager prevented EXO from getting into the car since he discovered something suspicious. At that time, most of the members were already in the vehicle. It turned out some sasaengs had rented a car that looked exactly identical to EXO's car, and parked that car in the place where EXO's car was often being parked. If it hadn't been for the manager's quick reaction, it's hard to tell what would happen to EXO afterwards. A sasaeng who participated in this kidnapping plan revealed on her Quora account, named Jemine Rigel, that she did so because she just wanted to be close to her idols and enjoy the feeling of knowing everything behind their flashy image. "You can see them
Hey?
so real. It's just like drugs," she shared. Jemine Rigel also said that sasaengs can also make money by selling information about idols. That's why, despite being very well protected, idols still can't avoid disturbing cases like that. This sasaeng even excitedly recounted how she and her teammates were planning to kidnap EXO. Guess what? All I could feel at that time was excitement. We also discussed what we will do with them after we have them.
They're actually obsessed people, man.
Jeez, that just gave me a shiver. This picture of sasaeng holding a red rose behind Tao, waiting for the boys to get in the car, still scares the heck out of fans every time they look at it. Maybe that person was Jemine Rigel herself. So, which kidnapping case above do you
But yeah, I feel like they need stronger security, man, like for sure.
find the most frightening? Do you have any suggestions to help idols avoid cases like this? Just comment your
Yeah, imagine going to Kazakhstan and just getting yoinked by the president's staff and going to a hotel. That would be so weird, man. Thank you for watching this video, and also thank you very much to all of my supporters over at Patreon. If you'd like to see these videos earlier, head on to Patreon. And if you want to see more videos, click the videos here and here for more videos from me.